Ashley, and along with my partner Johnny, we're renovating this 18th century chateau in southwest France. Join us as we hunt for treasures across Europe. For our antique shop and art gallery, taste the region's gastronomical delights.
Anchovy, peppers, and olive.
Create our own recipes from our land. And bring Chateau de Lomenie back to life. All under the watchful eye of our sausage dog Abernathy and our flock of 9 naughty sheep. It's all about art, antiques, food, and farm life in our French chateau. Come along and experience the art of French living.
We have just returned from an overnighter in Cognac. So we were invited very sweetly by Sarah and George from Chateau de Brives to go and visit them and spend some time in their lovely home. We are literally, I think, about 1.5 minutes away, and it's a beautiful day here in Cognac. The sun is shining, and really looking forward to meeting these guys.
And they're having a Chateau D.I.Y party.
They are. It's going to be lovely, of course, to meet Sarah and George, but it gives us an opportunity to meet the other chatelaines from the show also. And this is our amazing welcome. Hello, babies. I must say, these guys, we've never met them before. Extremely hospitable, very, very funny people, extremely down to earth, and just very open. And honestly, they couldn't do enough for us. This is the wonderful Sarah, our amazing host, with her husband George. And this is their incredible, insanely beautiful home. So thank you so much, Sarah.
It's so lovely, such a treat, honestly, to have you here.
Here we have lovely Stephanie.
Hi.
Welcome, Stephanie.
So good to see you, Johnny.
Stephanie's had Stephanie Jarvis. I always call you Stephanie Jarvis. I just love it. So you can
Johnny
call me
Darko.
Johnny Darko if you wish.
Oh, I always do.
So she's loaded her plate up. I saw
Yeah,
Stephanie.
I really have.
Last time I saw Stephanie was like 2 years ago,
For
right?
New Year's Eve.
For New Year's Eve at your place.
And your mother was with us.
Too long?
She was. How is she?
Oh, she's good. How's your mom?
She's so lovely. Honestly, your mother is amazing.
She loves you. She watches all your vlogs.
My mother's stranded in South Africa.
Your mum has love.
Mummy has love.
With the
Mummy
amazing
has Percy.
Who is an incredible human being.
When you have love,
Full
lockdown's
stop.
easy.
Oh, no, it's true.
But that means we haven't seen her for ages, and she's showing no signs of coming back. She'll be like, oh, it's very difficult with the current situation. No
Yeah,
desire
whatever,
to
mum.
come back.
Yeah, we totally understand.
Enjoying the beach and right? Oh my gosh. Funny.
So who else have we got here?
All sorts of exciting people.
Who's this lovely flower I see over here? Hello, Marie. How are you, darling? Look at that smile. Amazing.
Thank you.
So,
Why would I not smile? when I'm
exactly
here?
right. I mean, it's beautiful.
It's so pretty, and I love the flowers so much.
You do, don't
I'm
you?
a flower enthusiast, if you didn't know.
And we have this lovely gentleman in the back. And there's something a little bit different about my friend here. I've not actually met Philip until today, and I was really looking forward to just looking at his, because I am obsessed with his hair, his locks.
He's like
Just
Samson
cut
today.
So
getting
who's
too
Delilah? Who's Delilah in this?
It's all the women of Lana
All the women.
together.
And has he lost his strength?
Well, we'll find out over the course of these few days.
Okay, interesting, fantastic. And of course we have the lovely Erin at the back.
Oh, I love Erin. So good to see her.
She's
again.
lovely, isn't she? And look what's under her arm, Stephanie.
Oh, I love Erin even more. How do we get close to Erin?
Erin, you okay there?
Looks so heavy.
With the wine underneath her arm,
really heavy.
totally loaded.
What's she talking about?
I just love how you just carry a magnum around with you of rosé.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, baby girl. So this is the delicious 7-month-old puppy, Rosie, and you're just too adorable, aren't you, baby? You want to play all the time. Aww. Off she goes. So we've just had a delicious lunch with these guys. Time has passed and we are feeling very content.
This amazing person here is called Jo. Now, Jo is a local to Cognac and these guys, and she's a yoga teacher. Now, I've never ever done yoga in my life.
Never?
Never, honestly. And it's something I've always wanted to do. As you get older, things start, you know, there's always something that gives and takes. So yoga's always been something I've been interested in. And I'm just delighted that Jo is here today as a trained practitioner. And she's trained all over the world. And very kindly, she set up this lovely little arena for us to do some stretching. So one by one, we're all filtering in.
Looking the part, look at that.
And what I love about this lady and her concept is that obviously her name is Jo, she does yoga. So what does she call her brand? It's Joga.
And we're just going to close our eyes. Let's start by emptying all of that air in our lungs. 3, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, 1, 2, stretching.
While Johnny and Abernathy are doing yoga, I'm lucky enough to get a tour from George and learn all about his antiques business. Is there anything you collect that you absolutely always look for?
I buy basically what people want. If someone wants comfy pots or wants fabric or wants early mirrors, whatever, that's what we go look for. So we try and find what people want. Farmhouse tables, anything with original paint, lots of mannequins, toll trays.
Absolutely love this one. It's so unusual.
Yeah, it's kind of a man, isn't it?
Look at this windmill. Oh, amazing.
4 chairs and a sofa.
Oh, I love that.
Original paint. Yeah, sofa's there.
Oh, wow.
4 chairs.
Oh my gosh, and look at all the
Even some Johnny top hats.
I was going to say some Johnny top hats. Wow.
These are 20th century or late 19th century. So quilts, ticking, some 18th century toile. And then obviously sheets we buy all the time.
These Swan Irons are beautiful.
People like pears. I try and find pears.
These are children's mannequins,
Yeah.
right? This one is amazing.
Yeah. They're when someone died. This one's 1940, but they're kind of love tokens for the dead, but they're rather sweet.
What are these? These are interesting.
They were originally some kind of fountain. They have a tap at the bottom, the copper with verdigris. I thought they'd make great lights.
Oh, they would.
Put it in the corner with a light inside going up. So I try and find things that are slightly architectural, that you can have a twist to what you use them for. Anything you buy with antiques and decorative antiques especially, what can you use it for?
Right.
What can you do with it? It's using your interior design knowledge.
Oh, thank you so much. So interesting. George has a surprise for us inside. We are going to taste some cognac. All right, George, tell us what you're doing.
I am opening a bottle of Croisé, which is the chateau that we bought this chateau from. So they were the original owners. And this is their cognac.
So their vines are just out that way?
Straight out the back. So the vines are straight out the back. So you walk through the park and you go straight onto their vines.
Wow.
That's insane, isn't it?
That's amazing.
And it's a very good cognac. And actually they hold, in the Guinness Book of Records, Croisé hold the record for the most expensive bottle of cognac in the world. Which 150,000 quid.
Wow.
Which is not this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. But we have tried it. And what was amazing, and I thought it was a bit of a sales pitch, basically, was that they said, take the glass home with you. So we took the glass home with us, and I said, why are we taking the glass home? They said, smell it. And the next day, you could smell everything from the first day.
Oh.
So I don't know why, but the older the cognac, the more the smell sticks to the glass, and you can smell everything. And it was just, anyway, this was about 1848 or something. Cognac, anyway, 150 grand for a bottle.
Amazing.
But now these,
They are proper cognac glass.
well, these are what the cellar masters, incredible, would have used to smell and taste the cognac. The idea is that this heats up the coffee. In the bistros up to the 1920s, that's what they used to have.
It's amazing.
That is good. Look at it.
And that heats the cup.
Yeah, that heats the coffee, and then you
amazing.
pour, if there's anything left.
Then you pour the sauce salt if there's left into the coffee. Yes, quite good, isn't it?
That's great.
Yeah. It was sad to say goodbye. It was an education that we really appreciated. Fabulous stories. Dotted around their home was the most glorious collection of curiosities, objets d'art, antiques. So it got me to thinking of the treasures that me and Ashley have. I thought it'd be fun just to show you guys just a little slice of our personal collection. So I'm standing in the library. It's a very interesting room because of its location. It's not tucked away like a lot of chateaus. They have an office, a bureau or a library that's kind of not a walk-through space. This one is actually. So every day, everybody has to pass through this glorious room to get to the kitchen or the pantry. You have to pass this room to get into the dining room and the lounge and one of the bedrooms just behind me. I'm always interested when artists do a self-portrait. Sometimes you do come across these wonderful abstract, disjointed images that artists choose to present themselves in. And there's normally a story, maybe something they've gone through, or just how they perceive their mind, etc. And one day I would love to do a self-portrait. So in the meantime, I thought I'd go ahead and do my self-portrait through my antiquities and objets d'art I've collected. I call it Deconstructing Darker. And I'm just gonna flip the camera around and give you just a little insight into a few of the trinkets that I've collected over the years, not only here in France, but in other countries, England of course. And I hope you enjoy it. I've always been fascinated with Cabinet of Curiosities. They always just seem to draw me in. But I just love the fact that, you know, it's like watching a movie. Sometimes you watch a film that's got a intricate plot, and if you go back and rewatch the movie, there's many times that you think, actually, I missed that the first time round. And I think it's the same also that when you display things, you know, if things are layered, it makes you peer in a little bit more, doesn't it? You know, it makes you want to look behind that bottle to see what's behind it. And of course, with many things that I've bought, or Ashley's bought, or that's been gifted to me, there's always a lovely story. Nothing in this cabinet is particularly expensive. I think the real value comes from the memories that it evokes when you look at each piece. And I think as far as French books are concerned, leather bound and gilded, embossed or stamped or pressed, they're just so charming. And some of them, like these ones up here, are broken, they're tatty and they're worn. It's always a step back in time, and that's what I really, really love, is the history side to it. One thing I wanted to show you, this lovely little piece here. It's of a tiny little frame, as you can see. It's just some fabric. It looks like linen. I bought it from an artist in Czechoslovakia right after the Berlin Wall come down. I think I was probably about 16, 17. And this is when things literally opened up on that side of the world. So I booked a plane ticket on my own and I went over. and spent, I think, 5 nights in Czechoslovakia. And I saw this little piece that someone was selling. I just loved how small and tiny. To me, I don't know, I see sort of storm clouds and the thread that's falling down from the sky. I like to think of it as thunder. I think I did write something on here. Yeah. So, Prague on the Charles Bridge, and the date is 91. Look at that. I, at some point, come across this lovely moss. I think it was from Ashley's old house in Pézenas. I've always had a little bit of a fascination for moss, but I just think it's such a lovely way to display a few bits and pieces. And there's an old eggshell here, a little crown that I've made, a chest piece. There's a broken angel's head there. I think that was a Christmas ornament that we dropped. And these lovely, beautiful little books. So Ashley picked these up, I think, on one of her visits. They're not particularly old or anything, but she knows that I love my little miniatures. So it's very sweet to pick these little books up. And just little things like these. I love these angel wings here. So I've no idea what this is from. Maybe it was from a staircase. It's iron or metal. So something used to sit in here. Or maybe it was a little piece of art. Not quite sure. And of course, these lovely bottles here with the old labels. I do have a collection of religious statues like the Virgin Mary and different saints. I just love them for their art form. I just love the folds that they could achieve with this wonderful plaster detail. And there is something here, if my memory serves me correctly, just above, that my darling sister Emma bought for me. Because when I was in England, I used to be obsessed with Canterbury, just the whole town. And this is a very sweet little encasement here. It opens up, excuse me, I have to use one hand. I just love the way it's displayed, delicate little hinges. And what they're sitting on are a collection of Bibles. And then down here, of course, we have a mixture of more contemporary pieces, mixed with some beautiful old, there's my little drummer there. And one thing I really do love are these lovely letters. Now, these letters are brass. Every time I see them, I just snap them up because I just absolutely adore them so much, I really do. So one of the fun things that I do love to do with these old beautiful brass letters is use them on some art pieces. I was able to go ahead and make this banner out of some mild steel. It's very pliable. I was able to bend it, give it a little bit of a soft curve like you find on the banner. And then I went ahead and used the same steel to cut these angel wings, which I used some faux gold leaf on. The interesting thing is that sometimes you get a whole box of all these letters. Now, if they're the same size, it's fantastic because you can use them with a consistent sort of font. However, you know, you can spend hours and hours trying to come up with different words or expressions. So one of the easiest tricks I've learned is that basically I calculate all the letters I've got, jump on my Scrabble app, punch in all my letters like you would if you've got a certain amount of tiles on your rack, and then you get all these wonderful different words. And one of them, lucky that it come up with starstruck, which I absolutely adore. Starstruck. It's just so fitting really for the way I feel about all the curiosities and my life and experience here in France. So what else do we have here I could show you? One thing I really do love are these lovely slender hands. Now a lot of people not necessarily get freaked out, but I think these are charming. Beautiful vintage hands from mannequins. And I buy them just because I think they're stunning. However, there is one or two things I'd love to do with them. I'd love to create a piece of art with one sitting like this, and obviously the other hand like so. Maybe use it to showcase a small piece of art in between the hands. Well, how cool would it be if, for instance, this is a gentleman's hand He looks like he's been working in the mines or something. Again, let's take it over here. Maybe something like this onto a piece of artwork. Not necessarily this one, but you know, I could see a bird's nest in there, a bird's nest, maybe with a particular book. And of course there'll be a story about the bird's nest, where the bird's nest came from, and the book. Try to do something quirky and symbolic. One thing that I was really happy to add to my collection was this little gentleman up here that I've just spotted, and this wonderful little owl. So I think about 3 or 4 years ago, Ashley was away working, and I come across an owl that had fallen out of its nest out of one of the very large cedar trees. And I put it onto social media because I was just so excited about this lovely little creature. And a very dear, sweet viewer, her name is Janice Atwood, and she sent me this lovely little soft toy as a gift. Very, very cute. I love this little gentleman. Now, I just found him up here. I'm pretty sure the last time I placed him was up on the top shelf over there. He's a little bit naughty, this one. He does like to wander, but it's just so sweet, a lovely little gesture. And it comes with its own little box, little book here on owls. Feel the Love, an owl guidebook. And that's what I really love about this display case. It just gives me an opportunity to display not only things that I've purchased and bought, but other things like my sister's gift, which I absolutely adore, from Canterbury Cathedral, and this sweet little owl from Janice Atwood in the United Kingdom. It's just a lovely place for all my collection to be. And yeah, that's my little story of deconstructing Darko's cabinet of curiosities here at Chateau de Lomenie.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And for exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes tours, check out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching.